Lemons racing. It's racing for people who have jobs. The entry to get in is a $500 car. There's Lemons races in California, Florida, there's some in Jersey. We did Kershaw, and that's kind of like our local track. We probably made it 50-something laps, and then the transmission finally just exploded and blew out its guts onto the track. All the seals are busted, car's on blocks, does not move, it's toast. So our goal for this year is to make Kershaw again. Spring 2026, car will be ready to go. It is our first transmission pull and install, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go.
For those of you who install transmissions every weekend, we are not that group of people. We're very unorganized. What is this good to?
It's the transmission fluid line.
Oh, okay, so not important. Yeah. All right, now y'all have to pivot that and I'll lift the front by myself.
I'm gonna help.
We failed the install.
All right, boys, let's take two.
Woo! We need to get that slid back so we can pull that torque converter out. Oh, shit!
Oh, hold on. Got oil coming up the back. What's leaking, Chip?
Where the speedometer cable goes into the transmission.
All right. How do you want to fix it?
And it came down to this stupid little piece of crap plastic. One quart goes in, one quart comes out.
It already feels like it's sealing on there good. I think we're good. I think we're just a little shy on power.
Yep.
Why don't we have a jump box?
Nobody bought me one. Christmas is coming.
A jump box. We need a jump box.
It's very unhappy. It's very, very unhappy.
Oh shit!
Get it out! Piston fluid out the front side.
Wow.
If it spins, we're golden.
This will be the first time she moves under her own power in a year. It's moving! It's doing a thing! I am still very nervous that it's not gonna shift. Still hasn't shifted yet. That's gonna be the issue. And it shifted! Woo! So we found the car. I was in New Jersey at the other race. We had only made it 12 laps, blew the transmission. While we had now 2 days to sit there and hang out and have a good time, I was on the phone. One of the first people I called was my dad, and then one of the other people I called was Tyler. And he was like, hey, like our buddy is selling a car. We'd probably get it for like 800 bucks. And so I called him next, and he's like, yeah, you can buy it, sure, absolutely. So we pretty much had a car bought while we were in New Jersey, broke down with too much time on our hands. Condition-wise, it was in good shape. Like you could have daily drove it and had a good time. And we immediately started ripping out all of the expensive pieces. So what's cool about Lemons is, so we did buy the car for $800. And of course, the goal is 500 bucks. How do you get a car for $500? And it's I don't want to call it a loophole, but what they allow you to do is take parts off of it that you don't need. And of course, it's a race car, so you're gutting all that stuff. And you can sell a lot of that stuff on eBay and get receipts and things like that. And for certain amounts of value and try to get that price down, which we easily did. We're talking $100, $200 a pop for a lot of this stuff. And that just made it super easy just to pull stuff out, throw it on eBay. We were seeing if it sold on eBay for 75 bucks, we were putting it up there for $40, just to get it sold quick. And because we had gotten down to $500 so quickly, it was easy. Now safety's unlimited. I can spend $1 million on safety if I wanted to, and that's important. Like I said at the last race, I think it was like 122 cars or something crazy. You're on the track with other cars, and some are way faster than you and some are way slower. And we are not the only team with new drivers. So there's gonna be a lot of people that are timid and don't know and are gonna overcorrect and fly into a corner too heavy, or they're gonna slow down way faster than you think. So having good brakes, that counts as a safety product. Having good tires, that counts as a safety product. Wheels, safety product. Also the roll cage, they take that very seriously. There's a lot of rules, they send you a chart. So we had a guy come in and build the roll cage for us here in this garage. Also, they made us do like a fire suppression system. So it's this big NOS looking bottle, and it's actually tubed through the car, and there's 3 nozzles on the engine and then 2 on the driver. And you can pull that and it shoots. It's just pretty much a car fire extinguisher. And then you have to have a pull switch outside of the car too. So say I can't get to it or I'm unconscious for some reason, somebody can pull that if there's a fire. Also, there's a kill switch in the car too. So you've got a kill switch that cuts power completely, whether the engine's at a certain RPM or not, it'll kill it. And that's stuff they test for too. And of course, a racing seat and all that stuff has to be like standardized, and it gets checked, and there's like certain years and stuff. And then last but not least, but fire suits and helmets, and all that stuff has to be rated. That stuff changes every few years, so you have to make sure your stuff's up to date. And those are all the things that you go through the first day of Lemons when you show up is like a rigorous safety check. And it's the most stressful putting a new car together, because you're like, all right, I built this in my garage with a bunch of idiots. Like, what am I gonna do when they come in and say, everything's wrong? Like, you gotta start over. So we did pass safety inspection on the very first time, which just crazy. I was super excited.
So the car is fully operational, transmission shifted, and what a moment. Still don't, I'm like crossing my fingers, because I'm pretty sure that the next time we drive it, something's gonna happen. But as of now, everything's working. We're stoked. Team morale is through the roof. And let's see what we've done so far. Wheels and tires. We got the wheels and tires on here the other day, and I love them. Fitment wise, nothing rubs. Everything seems to fit well in the back. In the front though, our spacing is a little off. The wheel has to be within the fenders. Not a big deal. We're gonna try to roll the fender. We've got a couple options. We got some like stick-on arches here, so if we can roll that out and then maybe put that on there. But I just don't want it to look terrible. So we've got that. We ordered another set too that aren't here yet. So we're just gonna see what we like better. If that doesn't work, then figure it out, go from there. We'll make something. As you see, I've been peeling some of the wrap off, not quite successfully. I've tried a couple things. We've got this dip dissolver here, and I think we're gonna try that today. I used it on this panel and it worked great, but you're supposed to pressure wash it, and I didn't have the pressure washer. So Jay brought his little 2300 PSI pressure washer. We're gonna peel what we can first. So we'll come in here and just peel it by hand and just kind of get at it. And then what we can't get, so problem areas like this and these and all the cracks and crevices that are kind of like sun-baked, we'll hit with the dip dissolver and go from there. And then we're gonna sand the whole car. We're gonna paint it. We're gonna take it down to a professional shop, and we're gonna help them out and get it done. I think it's gonna look good.
When we got the car started, when we were building it at first and we weren't sure we were going to get it painted at all, we officially had number 0. So I rattle canned it real quick to try to get to the first race, and we never made it to the first race. So that was our very first not success. What do you call it?
Failure?
Yeah. So that was our first failure. Plasti dipping pros and cons. You can paint it by yourself in a couple hours. Pro, you can change the color of your car pretty quickly. Pro, taking it off sucks, man. I don't know if it's worth it. It's been a couple days. Even with dip dissolver and a pressure washer and lots of hands, it's taken us 2 goes at it. And I'm just morally beat at the moment.
Well,
Kind of works.
she looks gangster.
She looks gangster. Just me and Jay out here at the old Grand Strand pick and pull, doing things, and we got y'all a present. E320 hood. We're gonna try not to take a can opener to this one. Alright, so getting Plasti dip off was a pain. We had to scrape, we had to power wash, we had to peel. And some sections came out easy, some sections we had to really get in it. We even tried some suggestions, and I used diesel, we used additives, we used acetones. We pretty much did everything, and it all worked about the same, which is just good enough to get the job done, but it definitely still sucked. And now we're on the way to the paint booth.